Hi, lovely soul. Thank you for being here, mostly in the moment, with me, Mystic Mia Moksha, for another Love Pick a Card reading. We are looking at what they are thinking and feeling about you right now. We have 4 piles. Pile number 1 with the tropical rainforest and the Amazonite. Pile number 2 with the desert and the orange calcite. Pile number 3 with the frozen tundra and the moonstone. Pile number 4 with the grassland and the diopside. You may choose a pile based on the number, the image, or the crystal that resonates with you. I personally like to use a random number generator. And with that, I like to say thank you so much for liking, commenting, and purchasing readings from me at this time. It's really helping my channel and my light work. I appreciate it very much, and I hope my divine channeled messages will help you along with yours. And with that, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hey, pile number 1 with the tropical rainforest and the Amazonite. We're going to look at what they think about you, and how they feel about you, and then their message from their higher self. So what do they think about you? 2 of flutes, 2 of cups. Cheers. Yeah, they really love you. They find you to be a perfect soulmate to them. They might feel like things can't get better between 2 people like they are with the 2 of you. That you 2 are perfect soulmates, have a lot of similarities, complement each other well, enjoy each other's company, can really help each other grow. Yeah. I mean, they really, really love you and have really strong romantic feelings for you. What do they think about you? What does your soul say? So they wonder if you feel like that they're your soulmate too. They definitely strongly feel that you are a high level soulmate to them, but they wonder sometimes if you think the same or feel the same, because deep down their soul, they know they're your soulmate, but they wonder if you know. Or sometimes the things you say or the actions you do make them think like, oh, I know they like me, I know they love me, but I wonder if that's enough for them. Like, does the fact that we are so compatible and so like soulmate level connection, is that enough for them? Do they feel it? Do they want more because they feel that? Princess of Wires. All right, so that's the Page of Wands. They're ready to start a new adventure with you. I'm getting start the connection or start a new cycle in the connection. They want a new adventure. That's why it's so important to them, and that's why they're thinking about this a lot, on whether or not you feel that you 2 are compatible, because they think so, and they're ready for the next thing, but they wonder if you feel like it's enough. But they're looking for the next adventure, and so they're really wondering right now, let me think about how I actually feel about them right now. I feel very strongly about them. Do they feel very strongly about me? And if so, is that enough to start a new adventure? Earth. Persistence, patience, and practicality. They're ready to put down long-term goals with you. With the Page of Wands here and the Earth, I feel like they're ready to put in some investments, put down some roots, make the relationship solid, or move up in the relationship, level up the connection, or create a family, create a home of some sort. So they're really ready to put down roots with you and level up the connection. So they're really thinking about the romantic love aspect of the connection between the 2 of you very, very strongly right now. I know I was a distraction from your pain. So I feel like they understand that you are going through maybe some sort of challenge or issue in the recent past, and it might have distracted you from the connection or from leveling up the connection. They just don't want to feel like you're just kind of using them to kind of get through whatever you're dealing with right now. They want to know that you will want to walk into the next chapter of your lives together, and that you're not just going to, that you weren't just around for this last chapter and that's it. So they're really strongly thinking about your connection, if you feel the same way, if you're ready to start the new cycle with them in a more like physical sense, in a more earthly way. And I feel like they kind of really showed their support for you in this connection, in this last cycle that you were in together. And they're really hoping that this isn't the end of the connection and that there is more ahead. So they're thinking about this connection a lot in those terms. Okay, so how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Two of Pentacles, okay, Two of Cups, and now the Two of Pentacles. So, yeah, they're really trying to tie things together between the two of you, but I feel like they're having a little bit of a hard time. It's not such a big deal now, but if it continues being this way, it's going to be hard for us to tie our lives together. So they're starting small, but they're kind of worried that they can't really tie their life to you, or you're not willing to tie your life to them, or it's like there's a lot of conflict or issues or disagreements happening, and they're like, okay, we're disagreeing on some stuff now for the next chapter of our lives, or the whatever you two are going into next. But I'm getting it's okay now. It's both of you can deal with it now, but if you two can't tie yourselves to each other on an earthly way, in a material, physical way right now, if it keeps happening, that you two both can see problems in the future. But right now, it's not a big deal. Both of you are just trying to tie yourselves to each other in a more earthly, physical way right now. And you're having fun with it. It's not such a big deal now when you disagree, but you both are kind of having maybe a little bit of trouble tying yourselves to each other right now. Inner desires. Set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty, or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. Wow. So I feel like both of you can recognize that you're ready for this next new adventure. You might not know exactly what it is yet. Beginning stages for sure of this new thing. But I feel like the two of you, Spirit's predicting something positive happening for one or both of you. Maybe one person will get the job that you've always wanted, or finally, you've been putting an offer on a home, you finally get that home. You've been wanting a child, you find out that you're pregnant. Wanted, whatever it is. I feel like there's a good windfall of something material and prosperous that comes into this connection. It's something that benefits this connection, and I feel like both of you are feeling the energy of this. Like right now, both of you are probably feeling like we are both disagreeing on some things, and it's kind of hard to see what the next chapter would be. But that's because your energy is strongly picking up on one or both of you finding some sort of windfall, success in the physical, in your job or finances, career, your family, your health, or something outside of this connection, which is going to help solidify this connection, which is going to help bring in this new chapter in both of your lives very quickly. So that's why you both are kind of like trying to figure something out, and it's not like working so well right now, because it's like kind of like your mind and body are not on the same page, because your energy, you're spiritually picking up on that whatever might be causing a little bit of conflict between the two of you, whether it's money, career, family, home, any of these things, health or whatever, is standing in the way of making the decision to go forward or be on the same page of how you two want to move forward. But both of your energies are picking up that something's going to change soon that's going to make that very possible and easy to make that decision moving forward. So that's why it's like your mind and body, your body and spirit aren't like matching up yet, because your spirit knows that something's coming through. Your soul, your energy knows that something's going to come through. And your conscious mind is just like, but we have this thing to worry about and that thing to worry about. And so it's like, that's why the two of you aren't really aligning. And the conflict that you have with each other, slight conflict, not a big deal yet, is a representation of the inner conflict of wanting to move forward, but not having the things that you need in the physical in order to move forward yet. You see that? Okay, so how do they feel about you? Intelligent and mental beauty. Wow. Intelligence and mental beauty. So they think you are brilliant. I feel like they are kind of amazed by how well you can plan or visualize a future, how many different things you're working on in a given day in different areas of your life and different aspects of this connection. I feel like their mind is blown, because they're like, wow, how do we have any conflict in our connection when they are doing that much, and they have the capacity to think that far ahead and that detailed about every aspect of our connection in our future. So they're kind of blown away by how smart you are, how wise you are, and how you can flesh out all the problems, issues, and planning things in the connection. Okay, so their feelings about you. I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. Yeah, right now, if I had to guess, I would think that Spirit is giving you a test to, because Spirit is not going to tell me straight up if they are testing you two, but I feel like they are testing the two of you to see if you have faith, if you can trust Spirit to kind of not be able to see the full picture yet, but have trust and faith. And I combined the word trust and faith, and I said trace. I do that a lot. But that you trust the universe, you have faith in the universe, and in this connection, trust the connection, have faith in the connection enough to know that you might not be able to see everything yet, but it is coming together. Okay, so how do they feel about you? Unlikely. Yeah, so I feel like there's a seed planted in one or both of your heads that this might not work out, and that's kind of causing a lot of stress and fractures in the connection, because it's like, I think both of you are thinking about what's the next step, and the fact that both of you aren't on the same page, that small seed, that small idea that we might not get through to the next cycle, that can break the whole foundation. So there's a little seed of doubt planted in both of your heads, but that's the test from Spirit. Like, can you can you have trust and faith in the universe, have trust and faith in yourself, and have trust and faith in this divine connection? Okay, so let's see what their message is. A message from their higher self. Message from their higher self. Practice feng shui and create a sacred space. So I'm getting Spirit needs you to kind of find your safe place. This is something that can. This is a huge test from Spirit. And right now you need to take out all the tools from your toolbox of what you can do to have faith and trust in the divine. So watching videos of that puts your faith back in humanity. Like, for me, it's like watching videos of, people doing kindness for other, like random act of kindness to other people. That always restores my faith in humanity when I'm like totally down and out and can't get back there. Or going to that place. Like I have a couple of hiking trails, just regular relaxing walking trails in nature that are like my go-to places for when I need to like sort things out, connect to nature, connect to my higher self and the divine to kind of like, get through whatever I'm getting through. Because this is like a moment to pull yourself through. And once you do, like Spirit has a windfall of abundance of prosperity for this connection. Not just in this connection, but something outside of this connection too. Something like job, career, work, money, finances, something too. So it's like as if you can just pull yourself through and have faith, like true, genuine faith, you will get there. This is the ultimate test, and when it comes to love relationships. So find your sacred space. Maybe there's like taking a day trip to some place that it makes really like brings you to a higher place, the ocean or the mountain or the lake or the whatever. But also just kind of giving yourself like a day to kind of just regroup and pull through whatever you need to do, whatever's in your toolbox of like emergency, emotional crisis, spiritual crisis. Pull those things out right now. Just you need to get through, and then that is like the ultimate test. And this is like bonded for life kind of thing. Okay, their higher self's message to you. Peace. Yeah, so I do feel like your higher self and their higher self and Spirit in general has a lot of faith that you two will pull through. And this is just the last test kind of thing. Proving it to yourself, your partner proving it to themselves that this is it. This is like the last bit of ego coming through. That's why it's like it's not even like a huge conflict. So I feel like if you two did have like an argument recently or some sort of disagreement about where the connection is going recently, it was worse before. Like this conversation that you had recently or argument wasn't as bad as the ones previously. That's how you know this is like the last test. Because there's not that much ego left anymore. You both aren't being very selfish. You're being very divine and genuine. Okay, message from their higher self. A fiery climax approaches. It's basically here. So if this hasn't happened yet, like it's happening now. The connection is happening soon. Wow, yeah. So this is it. A big surprise, this is the climax of the connection. Like this is a pivot point. Like you're either in or you're out. This is it. Page of Wands. I love that. Okay. And then Spirit predicts the new adventure begins. Whether it's with each other or with each other in a different way or not with each other, but this is it. This is the big one. All right, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like or comment, even just a simple emoji, or letting me know what pile you chose, or if this resonated, or what you liked or didn't like about the reading. It really, really helps me as a small channel. I really appreciate it. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, pile number 2 with the desert and the orange calcite. We're going to be looking at their thoughts of you, their feelings towards you, and then their message from their higher self to you. So what do they think about you? 2 of Rings. I'm only taking one card, but the other one that popped up was 21, which is the World card. Wow. So the 2 of Rings, the 2 of Pentacles. So I feel like it's like they're making their final decision. I'm getting they're weighing their heart against another. So I feel like they're making a decision on whether they should choose you or choose someone else, or choose you or choose not you, being with you or not being with you, or choosing between you and another person, the good kind. But because, I don't know, when I first flipped over the 2 of Pentacles, I got that like the 2 of Rings, like you're going to be exchanging rings. So I feel like it's not like a light decision. It's like, once I make this decision, whether it's between 2 people or between like being with you or not being with you, it's like once they make this decision, it's done. It's a done deal. Like you're basically gonna get married. So I'm getting that they are they're weighing how kind you are. I'm kind of getting like the scales in the Egyptian afterlife, where you kind of, they weigh your heart against like, I think like a feather or something like that, and basically to see if you've been a good person or not, and like whether you move on to the, heaven or hell. So like I get that they're like really seeing like, okay, are they genuinely a good person? And they're like, yes they are. So they're kind of like, all right, no matter what happens, like we can work anything out. If we decide to like, come together in this very powerful way, like I feel like we can get through anything, thick and thin. But at the same time, like if things don't work out, like I feel like they're a good enough person where it's not going to be so destructive in my life. Like it'll be a healing journey for sure, but like it won't be like they're going to get like revenge on me or something, Okay. 8, the Strength card. Okay. I feel like they're trying to grab onto like any ounce of strength and courage they have to make this decision and to kind of move forward. This is a very, very tough decision for them. I feel like they are, I feel like some of them are actually praying or asking angels or their spirit team or like God or the universe, like even if they're not a religious person or a spiritual person, like I feel like they are turning to something outside of them, a higher power, to kind of help them right now, because this is such a big deal for them. Okay, again, 2 cards came up. I'm only going to take the top one. The Sun card, okay, self-expression, embodying the truth, and the other card that came out was Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony. So yeah, they are weighing the scales They are looking through every pro and con. Like, I feel like they have the pressure of time or something. They have some pressure on them to make this decision sooner rather than later. They are looking at every big attribute that you have and listing all the pros and cons right now. Whether it's mentally or like they're actually writing it out, like they are really putting in the work. You're probably even feeling their energy so strongly right now, or you might just be feeling energy in general, because usually when someone's making this kind of decision that affects your life in a major way, whether they choose to be with you or not be with you, you're going to feel a lot of energy, because they're bringing in a lot of energy for the life of a life path, and the things that you'll have on that life path, major things that you'll have on that life path if they choose to be with you, and also major things on that life path if they choose not to be with you. So you're probably feeling a lot of energy right now. And if you're wondering why, because there's no like astrological reason or any like portal dates or whatever, solar flares or anything, it's probably because someone somewhere is making a major decision that will affect a very major time period in your life. Okay, so you're probably feeling that. Okay, so their thoughts about you. I love you. Oh, I'm sometimes worried about using this deck because it has so many like negative messages, and very few like positive ones. So when a positive one comes out, like, and as strongly as this one, you know that big things are happening in this connection right now between you and this person. They are thinking about you very heavily and very seriously. Like, I mean, like, they're making a life-changing decision in regards to this connection right now. Okay, so let's look at how they are feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Explorer of Wands. Okay, so that's the Knight of Wands. They're ready to make a decision. They're ready to come in and tell you that they made a decision, or tell you to make a decision, either or, but they're ready to come in and take action on something very important, they're very passionate about. And I feel like they want to do it like now. Polite declaration. Second card that came out is Facing Your Fears. 2 cards keep coming up, which is my sign that they're doing it right now as you're watching this reading. It's heavily on their mind. Polite declaration. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there. Claim what is yours and stay in your power. So I'm getting that they really want to, make the right decision for you and for them. They want to really stay in their power and be able to claim what is theirs. So it's kind of like they want to kind of release the idea of being with you, and if you come back into their mind and hearts in a very strong way, that you're the one. They're doing something like that. Something where they're like, oh, God, give me a sign. Universe, give me a sign. Or what if I like let you go, and then if we end up back together, like I know we're meant to be, that kind of thing. That they're leaving it up to kind of destiny a little bit. And but they want to claim this connection. They want to claim you. But they feel like they don't have the right to. It's really weird. I feel like they might be the kind of person who encourages you to do what you need to do to like achieve the goals that you have, but at the same time they want that same freedom, and I'm getting this, like, it's really difficult. Their energy is like, it's really hard to pinpoint because they're going back and forth, back and forth. Like, I want to claim them. No, it's wrong to say that I claim them or that they're mine. It's wrong to say that they're mine, but they're mine. And like, it's like, but I want to make them mine. So it's like this kind of back and forth. It's just like, because they're making this major decision, like every thought that they have about you, they're going back and forth on. And it's just like, and it's just because this big decision is influencing every thought that they have about you. They're doubting everything. They're going back and forth on everything. And it's like, until they make up their mind, they're going to keep going back and forth on everything in regards to you. Okay, so their feelings about you right now. Their feelings about you. Elegance and patience. Wow. I love these asters. The wildflowers. They're so pretty. They're so colorful. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Yeah. I feel like they're feeling like this pressure. Maybe you pressure them to kind of make a decision, or they're putting pressure on themselves to make a decision. Maybe there's some outside force. Maybe they have to move, and they're like, okay, well, if I move, like, do I ask them to come with me, or do I let them go? And if it works out later, it works out later. Like, what do I do? And they're trying not to rush it. They're like, yeah, it's better not to make a decision this big. Rushing things. And it's kind of hard because they're like going back and forth between feeling stressed about making a decision and then feeling like everything will work out in the time that it's meant to, you know? So it's a lot of stress. Their feelings about you. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest and best good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. So I am definitely feeling that they're like, okay, you know what? Whatever happens will happen. If I'm taking too long for them, then whatever, that they can leave me. If I wake up one day and I'm just like, yeah, it's time. I want to be with them. I want to commit all the way, or I want to choose them, or I want to choose this person, or I want to move forward with this with them, then I will tell them right away. But right now, everything is good, and that's all I have to focus on. So they've come to a conclusion. Or they will soon. Improving health. And the second card came up, be assertive. So I do feel like, yeah, do you see how we went on this like journey with them? Like how they're freaking out back and forth. Like Spirit really wants you to know, like they put a lot of energy and effort. This wasn't an easy decision. And they came out of it being like, hey, whatever happens, happens. And when I know, I'll know. When I make the decision, I'll make the decision. If you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to go, you can go. I'm not going to stress myself out and ruin my mental health over this. I'm not going to put pressure on myself. I'm not going to have anyone else put pressure on me. This is the way. So they had to kind of let this go, let this decision go, and know and trust that when it's time, it'll be time, and that everything is working out for the highest and best good. And that really, really helps their mental health. It was very necessary, I'm getting. Okay, so let's look at their message for you from their higher self. Message from their higher self. Commit to self-care rituals. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, you're each other's mirrors. And if one person is stressing out mentally, the other person is probably stressing out mentally. Maybe not for the same reason, but maybe for something else. But I'm getting, their higher self is recommending that you also take care of your mental health. Because you're stressing out is stressing them out, or them stressing out is stressing you out. Either way, vice versa, whatever. Like, if one person breaks the cycle, it'll help the both of you. If one person starts taking care of themselves more, it'll help both the people in the connection. So the higher self is saying, like, take care of yourself, get some R&R, relax, have a spa day, treat yourself, take a bath, take a load off. Because I feel like, I don't know, this anxiety, it might be from something else. It might be from work or family or health, and it's leaching into this connection, or it might be from this connection leaching into other parts of your life. And I feel like it's like a very mirrored thing. So for one person it's one thing and the other person it's the other. Okay, so their message from their higher self to you. Friendship. They're like, right now we just need to be friends, be friendly toward each other, not get on each other's nerves, not stress each other out, and be there for as a friend to each other, because I feel like it's very important right now to not lose that friendship aspect, because both of you might be stressing out for different reasons. One person might be stressing out because of the connection. One person might be stressing out because how the stress from the connection is stressing out from, stressing something outside of the connection out, work, family, home, whatever. So right now, the higher self is like, just focus on the friendship. Just focus on like being there for each other, supporting each other, having fun with each other, and that's it. That's all the two of you need to do right now, is focus on the friendship of the connection. The other card that popped up is trust. Yeah. The main thing is, if you can show each other that you can trust each other, that you won't like make the other person go insane, that at the end of the day you'll be there for them no matter what, that is going to help bring the both of you out of this decision making phase into like actual next part of the phase. Message from their higher self. A new start is coming. Yeah. So it's coming. You just kind of have to like ride it out and not be stressed until you get there. I feel like a stress ball connecting to this energy. Like, it's very stressful. It's like, I could see why both of you are kind of yearning for, like, energetically, spiritually yearning for each other's friendship. Because like both of you need each other as a friend right now, because the romantic part is stressful for the both of you right now. It's just kind of like, put that on the back burner, be there for each other, and then, the new start is coming. Lastly, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, a new start coming and an offer. So I do feel like there is going to be a new tangible physical offer and this connection coming. A decision will be made, and it's probably going to be in your favor. It's just kind of like, can you get through, like, you're going to have to show this person that you're not going to like constantly stress them out in making ultimatums or making decisions, or that you care more about their health than you do about the status of the connection, kind of thing. So that's kind of like the key point here. And that you can take care of yourself and know how to take care of yourself and know how to nurture them as well. So these are key points here. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like or comment. Really lets me know if these kinds of readings resonate. Even if it's just an emoji or the pile number, or what you like or don't like about the reading. I love reading your stories and how you connect with the energies and how it connects to your life personally. Not only me, but I know a lot of people who reach out to me outside of the comment section and tell me like, oh yeah, this person's comment really helped me, or like, I can see like other people are going through the same thing. So I know that like other people are reading your comments and like appreciating it, feeling not alone, and learning from it as well. So I really, really appreciate those comments, and yeah, it does help a small channel, and I appreciate that. With that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hey, pile number 3 with the frozen tundra and the moonstone. Let's see what they're thinking about you. We're going to look at their thoughts about you, their feelings, and then the message from their higher self. So what are they thinking about you? Wow, the Knight of Rings, the Knight of Pentacles, the late bloomer. So I feel like this person might have taken a while to kind of get around to this connection, or get to a place where they felt ready for this connection, or became the person that they wanted to be before they entered a relationship like this, or if you are in a connection and it took them a while to kind of finally get to the place that they wanted to be, or maybe get to the place where you wanted them to be. But I'm getting that they finally there. They finally get there. Fill your cups up with sacred giggles. I feel like they were working so hard before to get to this place that they've always wanted to be, that they couldn't really ever smile or laugh or anything. Like, they had a hard time like enjoying life because they were always constantly working, whether it's like in their job or career, or just like working on themselves, working on projects outside of work. Some things are just constantly working on themselves. And so now that they're finally there, they can finally they have this like burden off their shoulder where they can just like laugh and enjoy life now. And it's like you're seeing a totally different side of them. But this could be vice versa. They could see this about you, like that you finally got there, and you're finally enjoying life's little like moments, life's little pleasures. And you were really uptight before, and it's just because you were just working so hard to get to the place that you want to be the person you want to be. Okay, so the Executive of Arms, the King of Swords. They have a plan now, I'm getting. I feel like before they were just kind of drifting around, trying to putting energy into a little bit of this and a little bit of that. They didn't really have a really good plan. And now they have a plan, and that they're ready to come to you. Or, you can read this vice versa. So it could be like, you were kind of figuring out what career you want to go into, where you want to live, what you want to do with your life, and you finally figured it out, and you finally, achieved that, or, kind of set your path so you can achieve that. You have like the steps to follow to achieve that in your life now, and so like you're enjoying life a little bit more, but you have like a set plan. The thoughts about you: Neptune, dreams and transcend. I'm getting there incredibly proud of you for figuring out what you want to do and then going for it. You're an inspiration to them. I feel like they're doing something similar. They're creating dreams, goals, and working towards them. I feel like this is a little bit of both of you. You might both be a little bit of a late bloomer. The thoughts about you: I want to feel that way again. So I feel like there was something good in this connection. I feel like in the beginning there was something good. You both connected right away. But then I feel like both of you realized that you weren't where you wanted to be. Especially if you're going to start a connection this serious or this important. And so I feel like both of you went out there and did the thing that you want to do, and now you're ready to kind of be in each other's energy again, be with each other physically again, romantically again, strive towards the same goals again. And yeah, I feel like this might be someone that you haven't talked to for a little bit, but there was something there, and both of you kind of triggered in each other this like need to kind of get to where you want to be faster, sooner, with each other as the motivations. Like if I get to where I want to become the person I want to be, have the life that I want, then I can have someone like them. And maybe even them, they're thinking about that about you. Wow. Okay, so their feelings about you. Explorer of Swords. Wow, it's Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords here. Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. They're ready to take action. Swords and Pentacles. I feel like, yeah, usually Swords to Pentacles, it's like end of manifestation. So I feel like they're finally manifesting this thing that they've been working on for a long time. And that is becoming the person they want to be in order to have someone like you, or to even have you. Wow. So this person's ready to take action, like really primed. Like 2 knights here, king here. Like they're really primed to take action now. Outward, physical action. Shedding the old. There's a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure, and so you will be able to see those new prospects. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I feel like they are ready for an adventure. They're ready to kind of maybe come to you, or to ask you out, or to give this connection a try, or another try. Whatever this is, like, they're ready to shed their old life completely. And one of the biggest ways to do that is to go towards a person that motivated all of this change in them, and that's you. Or, you know, you might not be like the only motivation, but like you're a big part of it. So I'm getting, you know, the final step in this transformation is to come to you and see if you're available. And you know, they feel ready. They feel ready. So it's like, okay, I'm going to shoot my shot now and see if they're ready, if they're available. And if not, they're going to probably pursue someone like you, or someone that they feel like they deserve to be in a relationship now that they are who they've always wanted to be. Wow. So the last part of this transformation, shedding the old, is to come to you again. And so you might be feeling a sense of adventure. Something new is on the horizon. You might be feeling it energetically, and you don't know what it is. And it's probably because you don't expect this person to come through again. It could be a past romantic prospect, an ex. I mean, it could even be an old friend or something. But since we're doing a love reading, I feel like it's someone that had serious relationship potential. There's something good here. Okay, so how do they feel about you? Destiny. Wow, and that came out so quickly. So I do feel like this is a destined meeting. I mean, they worked really hard with the intention of at some point meeting you again, or maybe someone like you, or I don't know, there's some sort of destiny involved, intertwined between the two of you. So I feel like it's part of both of your destinies to come together after you both kind of fully bloomed, came into your own, you know? So it doesn't matter like where you are in life, like if maybe like you want to achieve something in your career, or in your health and your looks, or maybe you want to have a family and they didn't, so you went off and had a family or something. and now you're coming back. Or it could be like, you know, you maybe went on a date with this person or dated this person for a while, but both of you, it was just the wrong timing or something, and then now you two are coming together and it's the right timing. Maybe it's someone you want to be with, or maybe someone you don't want to be with, but it doesn't matter. It's like destined that you two will come together after you've kind of fully shed the old. Or this is like you two coming together is like the last step in shedding the old. There's no such thing as a mistake. Everything happens in divine order. I'm being guided to learn and grow. Yeah, so they really strongly feel like, hey, I'm going to try to reach out to them. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, like, it is what it is. Like, we were meant to just kind of reconnect once, or maybe we were meant to reconnect and have a full life together. Who knows? Like, I'm getting from them, like, I feel very strongly that this isn't a mistake. Like, this is, like, meant to be, like, we're meant to, like, be guided to each other. I'm being guided to them for a reason. It's not, and I don't feel like it's just a one-time conversation kind of thing. Okay, so how are they feeling? If you believe, okay, so there's a lot about destiny and belief. So I feel like you may have been their motivation through really tough times to get through something. I feel like they might have manifested you. This could be vice versa, and it could be both. You might have had your eyes set on someone that you were hoping would come back to you, and someone else might have had their eyes set on you, hoping to have you back in their life. It could be both, or it could be one or the other. But yeah, this is strongly tied to belief. You know, if you believe something very strongly and you keep it in your thoughts frequently, it will manifest. So I feel like this person manifested you, or you manifested this person. And it's because there's a lot of strong belief behind it. Okay, what is the message from their higher self to you? What is the message from their higher self? Believe in yourself, unleash your inner unicorn. So I do feel like it was a crazy thing to do, to believe something like someone like them would be with you, or that you would become this kind of person that you've always imagined to be, and you're finally there. Like, it's the kind of the strength of belief kind of thing coming in. And this person made you believe that you can do anything, or you made this person believe that they can do anything. And this is kind of like coming full circle now. Manifestation. Yeah. Wow. This is so on point. Belief, manifestation. Yeah. You two are manifesting each other, or one is manifesting the other. Yeah, I see like a few different scenarios here. It could be like someone's manifesting you, or you're manifesting someone back into your life, or both of you are manifesting each other. Yeah. Or it could be more than one of these things. Prosperity lies ahead. So the second card came up. What do you need to release? So it's kind of like you have a lot of prosperity coming through. So, you know, that's like a lot of wealth and success. So I feel like both of you are bringing in a lot of prosperity. This is going to be like when you manifest something this big in your life, like the meeting of the two of you, kind of something that's like destined and fated, something you both kind of worked on for a very long time, something that's like fully aligned with your divine destiny. Like, it gives you such a boost, a level up in your manifestation abilities, because once you realize like the big things that you can manifest in your life, like you're you're, whenever you think that you can go after, how am I can't even describe it. Okay, when you choose to go after something, you know you'll get it even stronger. When you have a goal or belief that you can accomplish something or achieve something, that belief is like tenfold or 100-fold because of the last big, huge manifestation, which is this. And so it's like, yeah, a lot of success and, you know, prosperity in your life in general, but also in terms of love. So whether you choose to be with this person or it was just like the boost that you needed to know that like everything has come from full circle and that you're starting this new chapter beautifully with a lot of success and prosperity and abundance in your love life, like this is a very good sign. Very, very good sign. Okay, so let's see the message from their higher self to you is the last one. King of Pentacles. Wow. So the Knight of Pentacles and Swords, and the King of Pentacles and Swords. So this, I'm getting like a man with a plan. Whether this person is a male or female, it doesn't matter. Like they have success. They went from the Knight to the King. You can see that. This is like, I'm getting, this is like the last thing that they need to do to change from a Knight to a King fully. Doesn't matter if they're male or female. Like King is the ability to kind of execute and influence outwardly very strongly and powerfully in the material and physical realm, right? So like whatever happens, like the two of you coming together is destined and fated and is going to start the next prosperous cycle of your life, of your love life and life in general, in a very powerful way for the both of you like coming together are gonna end up doing really successful, beautiful things in your life, including your love life. But there's a chance that the two of you are going to also come together successfully. So, you know, win-win-win situation here for everyone. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If it resonated, I really appreciate a like or comment. It really helps out a small channel. Hopefully not small for long. We'll see. But yeah, I love doing these readings. I channel from the highest light from source energy directly. So I hope that you can see the difference in the quality of my readings versus other people, but you know, to each their own. But with that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, pile number 4 with the Grasslands and the Diopside. Let's look at their thoughts about you, and then their feelings about you, and then a message from their higher self. What are their thoughts about you? To be continued. Cliffhanger. Okay. 12 is a hanged man. So I feel like this was kind of left on a questionable note. Like what is going to happen between the two of you. And a really like intense one at that. I'm getting like it really has you at the edge of your seat, and it's been kind of very annoying, or it's vice versa. Like it's been, you kind of left it at a really confusing place, and they've always wondered like what's next, like what's going to happen. Are they gonna say yes? Are they gonna say no? Are we gonna come back together? It's like, is this happening? Like, do they like me? Like what's happening? Or I don't know, I feel like someone just said something to someone. It's like, okay. It's like waiting for the response, waiting for those 3 dots. Like, what are they saying? Anything? Are they going to write something back? Magic happens when you most expect it. I like that because it's like, you always think, oh yeah, like you forget about things. And like when you least expect it, something will happen. It's like, no, you probably have a feeling that like, yeah, this is going to come back, and it's going to come back very strongly. This response, this answer, this connection, however this connection was left on a cliffhanger, Oh my goodness, it has me at the edge of my seat. I'm like, what is going on? What's happening here? Their thoughts about you. Hermit. Okay, so 2 major arcana. So something big is happening in this connection. I feel like both of you took some space, took a break, broke up, or got into an argument, decided to kind of like think about things, or maybe not. It's not even an argument. Maybe there was like a ultimatum or decision put on the table, and it's just like, okay, this is a big decision. Let's come back to it. So it's yeah. It's both of you are both kind of wondering like what's going to happen next, and something big is going to happen. 2 major arcana. You both know this is going to affect the connection and both of you in a very big way. And it's not like a question of like if it's going to, it's like when, because both of you are expecting something big to happen. Sextile, a combination of tensions and flow, potential and rewarding situations. Yeah. Sextile. I'm getting like tensile force. I'm such a dork. I used to be an engineer. Yeah, but I'm getting that it's like both of you are kind of in this like hangman place where it's like you're not leaving each other, but you're not like completely on board and together. So it's like kind of left on this kind of like weird place, and both of you are kind of feeling like hermit because like, yeah, although you guys aren't leaving each other, you're not like completely together. It's like a weird in-between place. So sextile, this is 60 degrees here. Yeah, it's like a 60-degree angle between like 2 planets or whatever in the chart, right? So it's like a very cooperative aspect. And the second card that kind of popped out was the North Node, destined to have. I'm only taking 1 card. So it's like you're both destined to have a very powerful love story, a very strong love bond with the person you're meant to like be with next, or be like, you're meant to have like a ultimate soulmate level connection with someone in this lifetime. And yeah, going back into that like tensile force, which is kind of like there's a compressive force when like 2 things are like pushing, the forces are pushing towards each other, and then tensile is like the other way. So it's like you're being stretched like to your max, being pulled and stretched to your like max, and like it's to the point where you might like reach a breaking point. So I'm getting like both of you are being like pulled and stretched to your ultimate limit in regards to this connection, but you're both still being very like cooperative and like trying to keep things harmonious between the 2 of you. And that's why there's like such a hangman feeling. Like this is like the ultimate hangman feeling I'm getting, where it's just like you're like stuck between a rock and a hard place, and it's just like completely being pulled to your limit in this connection, but still being nice to each other, or still trying to make these things work, trying to like cooperate, trying to like fix things. There is a destiny aspect to this, and it's because both of you are kind of destined to, like, you both know you're both destined to have like a really ultimate love story, a really good soulmate level connection in this lifetime, and kind of pushing the boundaries right now with each other to see if this is the one, this is the thing. And so that's why both of you are feeling really like hermit mode right now, because it's kind of like you're still together, but it doesn't feel like it, because you're both like really being heavily tested by the universe, and you're really heavily testing each other, and really your connection is being like heavily tested. Let's put it that. Okay, so their thoughts about you right now. Their thoughts about you. My life is not as together as it seems. So I'm getting this picture of like putting a smile on, but like in the inside, it's like killing them inside, and they're trying to put on a brave face. I'm getting for you and for the connection, and trying to work through this, but they're losing a lot of energy, losing a lot of hope, losing a lot of like, yeah, strength to get through this, confidence to get through this. But they're like, I'm getting, it's like they're not completely there yet. They're not completely broken yet, but like they're approaching like their maximum ability to kind of keep doing this. So it's like, magic happens when you most expect it. Like, you know, when you are about to reach a breaking point, like things are going to change, and it's going to change soon because you can't handle it anymore. They can't handle it anymore. It's going to happen. Okay, something big is happening. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but Spirit's not really letting me know. Let's see if it comes up through their feelings for you. How are they feeling about you? The High Priestess. Okay, yeah. So this kind of feeling of destiny and fate is coming back. They have a lot of feelings for you, but they keep it kind of hidden inside. Especially at this point where they don't know. Like, it would break them if they expressed their feelings to you and then you didn't reciprocate it. So right now they're just kind of towing the line and trying to like be cooperative in this connection and try to give you what you want and try to, you know, ask for what they want, and then try to like negotiate and compromise and figure things out. But they can't fully tell you how they feel about you, because if you didn't reciprocate or if this didn't work out afterwards, it would break them. So they're trying to like meet you at the line without crossing it, because like if they cross that line, they would completely break. And it's hard enough for them to meet you at the line as it is. Their feelings for you, diving to new depths. Yeah, there's a deeper meaning to what is happening. You may be looking at this from the surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Yeah, both of you are taking a moment to pause, because if you continued, you both might like break each other, or one of you might break. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what is it you're feeling and about your current situation. And I feel like it was like a really necessary pause or break, or like it was tense. Like the energy was palpable. Like it was like you can feel it in the room, or feel it in the conversation, or feel it, you know, in the tension between the two of you. It's like you can feel it. It's intense, and both of you kind of needed some space. Like you wouldn't have said the right things if you continued the conversation. You wouldn't have made the right decisions. You wouldn't have been so cooperative, or they wouldn't have been, if you didn't take this much needed respite and pause and took the time to kind of figure things out and kind of recoup. Yeah, I'm getting stressed out. Like I'm like rubbing my neck and stuff like that, because this energy is like so. It's a bit stressful. It's intense too. Okay, what is their feelings about you? Okay. Dignity. They don't want to come off like, they don't want to grovel at your feet, you know. So I'm getting this image of like, you know, they don't want to lose their dignity. Like they want to come out of this having respect for themselves, and that, you know, so they don't want to like lose themselves and kind of like grovel at your feet and like beg you to stay, or beg you to do things the way that they want to do it, or stay in this connection, or move comfortably to the next connection. But it's like, and so that's why that you or them aren't expressing your feelings to each other, because it's kind of like, if one person did it and the other person didn't, the person who did would like feel so low. And so the tensions are high for sure, and they want to, if things don't work out, they want to leave this with dignity, and that's like on the forefront of their mind. The other two cards that kind of popped up, their dignity is more important than always joyful, and nobility and self-esteem. So it's like their dignity is more important than them being like happy all the time, and them having like looking good status wise, like, you know, like, oh, I broke up with them. So they don't care about the credit. They don't care about like always seeming like happy or like positive. Right now they're getting serious, and they're like, yeah, like I need to make sure I come out of this and still like myself, you know. It's like the most important thing for them, or you. Okay, their feelings about you. I am a light worker in disguise. I don't have to talk about it. I can just be it. So I'm feeling like with the whole destiny thing, and you two are meant to be with a love of a lifetime in this life. They're like, I'm getting this feeling of like, oh, I don't know, you might look good, or you might have good money or status or a good life or whatever, but that doesn't mean I don't deserve respect, and that I don't deserve a good life and a good partner, and like something like that, like have my wishes fulfilled and what I want in this connection or something like that. So I feel like this person usually tries to like, you know, be like everything's fine, put on a smile. You know, they kind of like overgive, or maybe both of you are like givers or kind to people that like try to make things work, will give up things, sacrifice things in order to make the other person happy, or to allow the connection to continue or whatever. But I feel like this person's like standing up for themselves and being like, hey, like I'm a human being too. I don't care how good you look, or how much money you bring in, or whatever, you know, perks that you have in life that I don't, like, or I don't have as much of. I still have self-respect. Like, I'm a human being. I'm a person. Like, I deserve to be happy too. I have a good destiny too. And like, whether you can see it or not, like, I had to come out of here with respect for myself if you're not going to give me any, you know, kind of thing. Oof. But because it's so like Hanged Man and Hermit, I feel like this is something like both of you are kind of dealing with at the same time. Ask for help from others. So I'm getting really strongly like this is a situation where you might want to talk to your friends or family, or some sort of professional help, or maybe even just a counselor, or even like a spiritual counselor, about, to see if you're reading the messages right, to see if this is something that like if there's something here. There is something here, but it's just like, is this for your highest and best good? Is this the person that you're going to be settling down with? Is this worth like kind of sacrificing for this person, or begging and groveling for, like, ooh. Okay, so message from their higher self to you. Yeah, because I'm getting like this might be such an intense moment that you might be kind of not thinking clearly, or thinking like how you usually would think. So you might not be able to trust yourself, or you might just need a confirmation from someone outside of yourself, like a friend or family member, or a spiritual consultant, or something of that sort, to see if, you know, this is the decision that you would make if you were in your right mind, like if you weren't like so like stressed out, and, you know, like everyone can use a second opinion sometimes, you know, especially for major decisions like this, especially people who know you and know what you would do in the situation if you weren't so like flustered or confused or intensely emotional or something, you know. Your ego, your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. Yeah, because like I feel like a lot of them are asking like, is this my ego speaking or is this my intuition, my gut speaking? And I feel like they're kind of confused because this is such a major decision and it'll affect both of you so strongly that it's like kind of them questioning like, is this coming from my heart or is this coming from my ego? And that's why they're like, okay, maybe I need a second opinion now. Let's see. Message from their higher self. Life is better together. Oh, I didn't mean to pull this card, but we're here. Life is better together. Seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. Yeah. Like a extra layer of confirmation that you should probably talk to at least one other person about this. And someone who knows you well and would want the best for you, but more importantly, would tell you the decision you would make if you were more like sane in your brain right now. Message from their higher self. Compassion. Yeah, the best way to come at this is having compassion for each other. You know, understanding like you don't want the other person to like suffer. You kind of want to minimize like the hurt and the negative like fallout from this from whatever happens in this connection. Okay. Message from their higher self. You're very close to achieving your goal. So yeah, I think if you come at this situation with a lot more compassion, no matter how the connection was going before, like no matter what happened between this hanged man energy, if you can come at it with love, which is compassion, and like being like, hey, I don't care what they shouted, what they yelled, what they meant, what they didn't mean, how badly they were behaving or how nicely they were behaving. Like, I want to make sure I come out of this knowing that I came to them with love, with a lot of compassion, and, you know, whatever happens, you'll feel good about the way you behaved, you know? But you're very close to achieving your goals. What does that have to say? 10 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So I'm getting, yeah, for most of you, you're very close to achieving this 10 of Pentacles, which is achieving everything. Not just the partnership and the family that you create and the community that you create and the home that you create and the life that you create in full abundance and prosperity and success, but wait, what was that other thing? Yeah, like, yeah, it's like, it's gonna be with this person or with the next person, but I feel like for most of you, you're going to achieve it with this person, not just a partnership, but all these things. And then for the small percentage of you, it might be a very, very small percentage of you. I'm getting like 1 or 2%. It might be with someone else. But for most of you, it's like with this person. And the only thing that like spirit is testing you with, or the universe, or you're testing yourself with, is like having dignity. Like, will you be okay with the way you handle this? Like, reset yourself if you don't feel like you've been behaving the way you wanted to in this connection. So this is your chance. This is a message from the higher self. Like, reset yourself and come at it. No matter what happened in the past, that's in the past. You can start right now with a lot of compassion. And yeah, a lot of you are going to be achieving that goal of 10 of Pentacles. All right, so I hope you enjoy this reading. If you resonated with this reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. It really helps me out more than you know. I know everyone says it, but really it really helps small channels and for me with my light work. So I appreciate it. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.